What's up guys, this is me Satyam Kumar. Welcome back to the new video, and today we are going to discuss about programming languages. What are the programming languages and what are the types of programming languages and what are the programming translators. So come on guys, let us discuss about programming languages. So before moving to the programming languages, we must have understood that what language is. So a language is a mode of communication. To communicate with a person, we need a specific language to communicate with a person, and that language must be understandable by both sides. Similarly, to communicate with computers, we need a language called programming language. See, programming language is a computer language that computer can understand easily. So programming language is a computer language that is used by programmers to communicate with computers. It is just a set of instructions used to develop desktop applications, websites, operating systems, and mobile applications. So the human understandable languages which we used to talk is like English or Kannada, Hindi. If a person understand a language, it is called as human understandable language. There are many human understandable languages like Telugu, Tamil, and Malayalam, etc. So if a person understands instructions, a set of instruction, then this can be called as human understandable language. So similarly, computers, the way which computers understand our instructions, our commands, is gonna be computer languages. So guys, totally there are three types of programming languages. The first one, which is machine level language. Machine level language is directly understandable by computer, and those are the binary digits. And second one is assembly level language, which is directly not understandable by computer, and that's why we use a translator called assembler. So we're gonna talk about this later. First, understand what is assembly level language. Assembly level language is just a commands which we used to give to the computers for to do a specific task or specific job, particular job. So the third one is high level language. High level languages are the languages which is like English like statements. So high level language came to existence because we can't able to remember the commands which we were used to give to the computers. So that's why we have created high level languages. So high level languages, what is there is like English statements, similar like English statements, so we can able to easily remember it and use it into the code. So like we understand the human understandable and we understand human understandable languages, but computer can't. So computer only understand machine level language. Machine level language, which is also known as binary codes, which is in the form of zeros and ones. So here 0 means false and 1 means true. So computer understand only two signals, which is zeros and ones. 0 means false and 1 means true. So computer can only understand a language which is machine level language by digits, like 010101 and 100101010, etc. like these digits. So for human, it is very tough to remember those digits for a specific task or for a specific instructions. So it becomes very difficult to understand those digits, and that's why we can't able to remember it. So we have created another version of language which is called as assembly level language. So guys, like I said, second one is assembly level language. Assembly language are the commands which we have used to give to the computers for do a specific task. The commands are like compute, sum, input. So when you type the command compute, then it will automatically do some calculations according to your instructions. And sum is a type of calculations which is computer done by itself by adding two digits. And input is a command which we use to give to the computer for inputting a variable or inputting a value. So select is a command for displaying or selecting some variables. So guys, for humans it has become more tough to understand the commands. So that's why there is another type of language called high level language. In this we don't have to remember any commands, and we don't either have to type the codes, binary codes, or machinery level codes. So in this language what we have to do is we just have to write English like statements. English like statements, which is already familiar with us, is print. Like, if you know print, the meaning of print is to display, to print, or to show something. And include means we are taking something as in this. So if means the condition, if this happens or that happens, else if this doesn't happen, then what happens. And while and scan, get, character, integer, and character, these are all right English like statement, which is easily understandable by humans. So guys, in high level languages we used to give instructions to the computer in English like statements, and the instructions are like this: int a is equal to 5 plus 1. So here a is the variable in which 5 plus 1 means 6. 6 is going to store in the variable a. So guys, these are all the instructions which we used to give to the computers for doing a specific task. So guys, as I told you, there are two types of translators, basically two types of translators which translates one language into another. So the two types of translator which is we use in programming is called, the first one, which is assembler. Assembler is a type of programming language translator which translate assembly language into machinery language. It is a translator that basically translates the commands which we are going to write into machinery language in the form of zeros and ones, so that the computer can easily understand it and calculate it and process that instructions. So guys, this second one translator which we are going to talk about is interpreter, or it is also compiler. So interpreter and compiler, they are both similar, and those are all used to translate the high level languages into machinery level languages. So these are the translators that translates the instructions, the English like statements, into machinery language. So machinery language, that is nothing but zeros and ones, binary codes. So in this, when we write high level languages like in C or Python, Ruby, so these are all uses compiler and interpreter. So in C, in the CodeBlocks IDE, we are using GNU and GCC compiler, which translates our commands, our instructions into machinery code, means zeros and ones, so that the computers can easily understand it and perform the given tasks. You have understood the programming languages, what is programming languages and what are the types of programming languages. So let us summarize this in a very quick way. So programming languages are the mode of communication to communicate with computers. So programmers write programming languages to communicate with computers and to create new websites, new applications, new softwares, new operating systems, and etc. So types of programming languages. When you come to types of programming languages, there are three classifications, three types in programming languages. The first one, which is machinery level languages. The machinery level languages are the binary codes, which is in the form of zeros and ones, which is easily understandable by computers, and it is very tough to remember that codes to humans. And that's why the another language, which is called as assembly level language, came into existence. And assembly level language means we have to write some commands there, and that commands which is like compute, input, output, sum. So these are all the commands which we use to write, and the computer, the translators, which is going to translate our commands into the machinery level language, and then the computer is going to do according to the instructions. So the third one, the third language, which is also known as high level languages, and the high level languages are the languages which is having English like statements like print, scan, and if, else, while. So these are all the English like statements, and because it was difficult to remember those commands, we have invented high level languages so that we can easily type our code with English like statements. And these English like statements are going to translated by interpreter or compiler to the machinery level code, so that computer can understand this and process those instructions to complete a given task. So guys, hope you have understood this, and if you have any query or questions related to this topic, please comment down below and let me know this. Thank you guys, have a nice day, bye bye.